Hey guys, this is going to be Anger Management 101. Do you ever have to struggle with beating what I call the rage monster? I do. I personally grew up in a family where there was a lot of rage. And as children, learn what we live. And when we see someone in our family who is always enraged and out of control, not able to regulate their emotional state, then we don't learn to regulate our emotional state either. And unfortunately, that's the case for a lot of us. And for those of us who are in that situation, we have to figure out some way to learn how to do that. So this video is going to be on how to beat what I call the rage monster. But before I get into it, please hit like and subscribe. And if you know someone who's struggling with this, please share it with them, because I think it will help. And I hope it'll help my channel too. All right. So listen, one of the things that I think about whenever I talk about anger is the legend or the parable of the two wolves. And this is accredited to a Cherokee Indian parable. The legend of the two wolves is usually told as a grandfather talking to his young grandson. And when the young grandson is struggling to deal with or cope with or manage emotional regulation. And the grandfather explains to him that inside each of us resides two wolves. There is an angry wolf that is full of rage and is destructive and hurtful, says terrible things. But there's also a good, kind wolf that is nurturing and caring and respectful. And you have to, and they are all constantly in battle, at war with each other. And the young boy asks his grandfather, which wolf wins? And his grandfather's response is, the one you feed. And so today we're going to talk about how to starve the raging wolf, and how to feed the kind, considerate, thoughtful, respectful wolf inside us. So I have a list for you. There are 7 things that you need to do. First off, you need to get real, okay? Recognize that you have a problem, that no one has made you feel angry. There are triggers that you have, things that have happened, and your interpretation of those has made you feel angry. I've talked about that when I talked about rational emotive behavioral therapy and the ABC model. So understanding that you own this problem. It's not somebody else who is wrong. When you have this anger inside of you, you've got to manage it yourself, and you can't blame someone else for the way you feel. Yeah, they may have done something that irritated you, but it's because of what you thought about it, not because of what they actually did. I mean, someone could track mud in on my brandly shampooed carpet, and I could go, oh, bless his heart. I don't know that I'd actually do that, but I might. Or I could fly into a rage and start yelling and screaming about how I'm the only one around here who ever cares about anything, and nobody takes care of anything, and I throw a great big old temper tantrum. Which one is going to be better? It's a lot easier for me to say, oh dear, you didn't realize, make it a softer thing. I know not everybody's going to agree with me on that, and it's okay. However you want to interpret it, but you choose how you're going to respond. There's nothing wrong with being angry. I can get put out. Oh, they walked all over my brandly shampooed carpet. But at the same time, it's like, it's carpet. We can clean up the spots. Here, get out the spot cleaner and we'll take care of it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the battle I want to fight. It's not the hill I want to die on. because my relationships are far more important to me than that carpet. That carpet will probably get replaced at some point in time, but I don't want to, nor can I, replace my relationships. Number 2, get committed. Make a decision to change. You alone can decide how you are going to respond in any situation. And you need to decide now. Don't wait until you're angry. Decide now how you want to be. You are committed to change. You are committed to no longer allow your rage to destroy your relationships with people. Number 3, get help. Talk to a therapist. Talk to a minister. Talk to someone. Get an online guru. There are a lot of people out there, like myself, who are sharing their wisdom. Get an online group for support. That's number 4. Get support. Support systems will get you through a whole lot. There have been times when I was learning to deal with and manage the rage that I had in me. I had to call someone, talk to somebody, come off of that adrenaline high of that anger gets for you. In fact, a long time ago when I was much younger, a therapist accused me of being a rageaholic. That's not very nice. We have to learn not to become addicted to that kind of adrenaline, because for some people, they just think that they have to be that way. You can talk to someone to help you understand better ways of doing this and to learn how to prioritize your life. Otherwise, you're going to be, as one person I heard say about someone else, that they're going to die old and alone because nobody wants to be around you. Don't be that person. So when you're getting support from people, you can go to church, you can join support groups, you can join online support groups. There are a lot of those out there that are very, very helpful. You surround yourself with people who are positive, people who are a good example, people who are doing and being the way you want to do and be. They become your exemplars, the people that you aspire to be like. Develop a friendship with someone that you can trust, who you can talk to without being afraid of their judgment. I know that's hard. It's easier said than done. But find that person. Find someone in your life who gets you, who understands you, who you can vent to. You need that. We all need someone we can vent to. Okay, number 5, get smart, get educated about this. Learn some of the different ways that you can cope with anger, that you can manage anger, that you can communicate better. You can watch videos, go to anger management classes, go to parenting classes. When I was teaching at Baylor University, the students would often tell me in the parenting education or the parenting or theories of parenting classes, they would say things like, wow, if we did this with our spouses or our friends or our other relatives, we would have much better relationships. And that's true. The relationships that you develop, the rules apply whether you're talking to someone who is 2 or 92 and everything in between. So get some classes, get some education, read some really good books. There are a lot of them out there. I'll post some down in the description of this video so that you can look at some of the resources that you can use. But get as much as you can. Learn. The more you put in to your mind and shape in your mind how you want to be, the closer you get to being able to manage your rage or your anger on a consistent basis. You learn de-escalation techniques and you learn how to apply them. One of the things that I think, I'm going to kind of circle back a little bit. I've heard some people say, well, I just get angry and that's just the way it is. And I'm not going to stop getting angry because if I don't get angry with them, they're not going to change. Well, did you hear all of the things that were wrong with that? First off, you've already decided that you're going to be angry. And once you've already made up your mind you're going to be angry, I guarantee that's where you're going to live. That's where you're going to stay. If you decide that no matter what somebody does, you're not going to let them get under your skin, you're halfway there. Yeah, they're still going to get under your skin sometime, most likely, if you're human. But you're not going to let them, you're not going to give all of your power to them, and you're not going to give all of your power to that anger. A lot of people believe that they have to hold on to their anger in order to make their will known, to be able to control the outcome of a situation, or to be able to punish someone. And the reality is, if you let anger run your life, the only one who's going to get really punished is you. So please try to break away from that. Okay. Number 6, get a plan. Like I say, each one of these builds on the one before. But you want a plan. What are you going to do? When I went through my communication rules, the rules of conflict resolution, one of the first things you do is you say you're not going to argue when you're angry, and that you're going to take a time out. You're going to walk away. You're going to strategize. So follow those rules. Get those rules out. If you don't have them, I'll post them in the description down below. I'll give you a link for that too. You need to follow the rules, because when you do, you start learning new habits of interacting with people, and it makes things a lot better. You're going to get what you want, a lot more likely to get what you want than you would if all you're doing is blasting everybody out of the room with your anger, or as in my case, your rage. You can do things like practice deep breathing, meditation, prayer, go for a walk, go for a run, go work in the garden, go clean the house. Some people are really big about, that's when they get the house clean, is when they're angry about something. Go do something that will help get that adrenaline going out of you, to help dump all of that cortisol out of you, the stress hormone. Go do something. I personally love to go horseback riding, but that's not always available to me, and it's not available to a whole lot of people either. There's one that I saw recently by a woman named Chris Reese. You'll find her at chrisreese.com. I'll put that in the description also. She talks a lot about narcissism, but I think the rules apply to everybody. If I am angry, I haven't had a chance to try this yet, so if you try it, please let me know how it works for you, all right? What she does with the narcissist, or whenever, and I say do this with anybody, that if I'm angry or upset about something, I'm going to keep my lips together, and I'm going to sing silently inside my head, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Don't put anybody's name in there. Just sing happy birthday in your head, silently. What she suggests is that while you're doing that, you're not reacting to them, that you are able to calm yourself, and frankly, you can't really have a negative, ugly expression on your face while you're singing that song. So I've tried it a few times, and it's very difficult for me to keep a scowl on my face while I'm silently singing the happy birthday song. So try that, see if it works for you. I've had a few clients who are telling me that that is working for them, and I think that it's, if anything works, you want to use it. I look for answers everywhere I go. If I've got new ideas, and if you have ideas you want to share with me, please let me know, because we're all in this together in terms of trying to conquer that monster. We want to starve the wolf that is the rage, the beast. We want to feed the good wolf. Okay, and number seven. This fits in with Stephen Covey's 7 Habits. The last one I say is practice. Stephen Covey says, sharpen the saw. So you practice every chance you get. No, I'm not saying go pick a fight so that you can practice how do you manage your anger, but there are lots of times that comes up. I mean, driving down the highway, somebody cuts you off and you have this anger, this rage. How do you do this? You sing happy birthday. You can even sing happy birthday out loud to the person who cuts you off. But you find something to do. Use one of these things. Obviously, you're not going to go into deep meditative state while you're driving down the road. But I say prayers a lot. Oh, dear Lord, please help me not be so angry at this guy. So those are the kinds of things that you can do to help control and learn to redirect your anger, to feed the good, kind, considerate, patient, loving wolf so that he wins and the rage loses. Okay, guys. Again, please share this with anyone you think it might help, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye now.